Ebola. Is it the latest CIA-engineered bioweapon to kill the black man? Hey folks, it's Holy Joe Rock'n'Roller coming at you live and unscripted, and this is In the News. Ebola, what is it? What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again. Folks, it's Holy Joe Rock'n'Roll with HJRR TV and In the News. Ebola, the new topic, the new subject that a lot of people are talking about, a lot of people are concerned about as the next possible contagion that could spread like wildfire across the planet. Now, there have been many conspiracy theories, and you hear them all the time, about Ebola being the next or the latest CIA-engineered bioweapon to kill the black man, to kill the fill-in-the-blank person, right? To kill poor people, to kill black people, to thin out the herd, to cull the herd, because supposedly there is a New World Order plan to eliminate 85% of the population. These crazy conspiracy theories. Now, do they have any credibility? Well, let's look at the facts. Not too long ago, we talked about swine flu. That was the big thing. That was, 20 years ago, swine flu. Then, of course, we had AIDS. Now, AIDS, of course, was a major problem, but only if you fudge packed, pretty much. Most heterosexuals, unless they were bisexual, had no effect on them, right? Now, there were some people who took blood transfusions that were blood donated by people infected with the HIV virus who spread AIDS into the heterosexual community, but pretty much it's all behavioral based. And then, of course, there was SARS. SARS, everybody's scared about SARS. Then there was the H1B1 or the bird flu virus. And now we have Ebola. Now, folks, as the Reverend Dr. Holy Joe Rock'n'Roll, I can tell you I have some doctor friends that are epidemiologists, epidemiology meaning the study of the spread of diseases, and they continue to say that it's not a question of if, it's a question of when we will get a new pandemic virus spreading across the globe, killing millions of people. But I ask you, as an epidemiologist, if all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail, right? It's just the same story over and over again. Like I said, swine flu, AIDS, H1B1, SARS, and now Ebola. These guys are always talking the same. They have the same script. No matter what new virus comes out, they have the same script. And I would say, listen, obviously Ebola is dangerous because we don't know a lot about it, but it is not a new virus. And there is a cure for it in the sense that there are antibodies that can detect it and destroy it. Although they're primitive or not, they've not been approved by the FDA, but it doesn't mean that they're not workable, they're not real life solutions or real life cures for Ebola. But the main preventative measures for Ebola is to eliminate contact with someone who's infected in a similar manner of AIDS. They're saying that you need to have direct contact with bodily fluids, blood, or I don't know that sweat was going to spread it, but definitely direct physical contact. So we're talking about sex, we're talking about, any kind of deep contact could possibly cause the spread of Ebola. Now, it brings us to the question, how did this cameraman get AIDS? There was a cameraman in Africa who got AIDS. I wonder if we're not being told the truth. Did he go visit a prostitute? Did he, who was he in close contact with that he got the Ebola virus? Some have reported that he volunteered to wash the car of a man who died of Ebola so that the car will be clean for his family to use it. A cameraman volunteering when he's on the job in Africa? That sounds kind of fishy, sounds kind of weird. Maybe he had sex in the back of a car with someone who had Ebola. I'm just saying, folks, this is in the news, and the facts, when they come out, might be more interesting. The truth is more interesting than fiction sometimes. So, is Ebola a major problem? No, at the moment it is not a major problem. Could it become a pandemic, epidemic, sweeping the continent, sweeping the countries, sweeping the world, killing millions of people? Probably not. But just remember, good hygiene, good cleaning, cleaning your house, cleaning your hands, washing your hands, wearing clean clothes, sleeping in a clean bed, sleeping with people that you know don't have Ebola are probably the best ways to prevent the spread of Ebola. I'm home with Joe Rock and Roll. This has been In the News. Till next time, peace out. Parlez-vous français? Well, you do if you know about Auchan. That's French for low prices every day.